Well, hi, this is Michaela Evans. I'm a parent educator with Kentucky Spin, and we're here today for our Spotlight on Kentucky segment, where we highlight some of our favorite agencies around the state that are working hard to serve our families with individuals with disabilities. And today I have Amanda Waldrop here. She's the Assistant Director of the Division of IDEA Implementation and Preschool for the Kentucky Department of Education. So we are very excited to speak with her today. Amanda, do you care to introduce yourself and tell us what you do for the Kentucky Department of Education?
Sure. As Michaela said, I'm with the Kentucky Department of Education. I'm the Assistant Director of the Division of IDEA Implementation and Preschool through the Office of Special Education and Early Learning. And I help to support Kentucky State Systemic Improvement Plan, as well as the State Personnel Development Grant, which works to improve educational outcomes for students with disabilities. And so specifically with the Kentucky Department of Education, our agency provides resources and guidance to public school districts in Kentucky, preschool through 12th grade, to meet educational requirements.
Awesome. And so do you care to share a little bit about why you got involved in special education and what keeps you here?
Sure, absolutely. So I got into the education field for really that aha moment, that moment when a child has worked really hard to learn a skill or a concept or solve a problem, and they finally get it. I love seeing that excitement and joy on their face and seeing them grow and learn. And really, at the end of the day, I want to make a difference in the lives of children. And I also enjoy providing guidance and resources for districts and schools, specifically around preschool children, students with disabilities, gifted and talented students, to really impact educational outcomes for students across the state of Kentucky.
Wonderful. There's nothing better than that, seeing that aha moment, as you said, when kids get it for the first time.
It's my favorite.
So what are some of the programs and the services that you offer through the Office of Early Childhood Education?
So the Office of Special Education and Early Learning works to improve educational outcomes for diverse and early learners through training and coaching for local district staff, technical assistance, guidance and policy documents, providing supports for students and their families. We also provide oversight of programs in public schools for exceptional children, which this includes special education services for students with disabilities, gifted and talented education, extended school services, public preschool. We also support the blind and visually impaired services, deaf and hard of hearing services, Kentucky School for the Blind and Kentucky School for the Deaf, as well as parent engagement initiatives for exceptional children. And our webpage has several resources to help support schools and districts, specifically around individual education program or IEP development, related services, specially designed instruction, and so on. We also have resources on our webpage that have webcasts that are specifically on effective instructional practices. And then we have some web pages also for parents and families of children with disabilities.
That's wonderful. That's a ton of resources there for families to access. One of my favorite things is the new toolbox that you guys posted recently on the website, which has some tremendous resources for families in there as well.
Yes.
So what are some typical questions you receive from parents or families? Do you ever get any phone calls with parents wanting to know what they can do or anything like that?
Mm-hmm. So specifically, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic, questions that we've really been receiving recently from parents and families are around distance learning and what resources do we have available as an agency. So one thing that's important for parents and families to know is that the Office of Special Education and Early Learning has lots of resources available for parents and families, and this includes some of the things that you were talking about with the toolbox. We have a Q&A for parents and families of children with disabilities during COVID-19. We have several web pages on our website for parents and families around special education. It has like specific questions like that parents may have around special education, those commonly asked questions. There's also, that, as you said, the Parent and Family Toolkit that has a section with links to local and national resources to support families during non-traditional instruction and distance learning. There's a specific tab on that page where there's additional resources around that, specifically because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And then there are short videos that are produced in collaboration with Kentucky Special Education Regional Cooperatives to assist with non-traditional instruction, or NTI. And some of these webcast topics include supporting behavior during NTI, strengthening vocabulary, leveraging math tasks to impact learning. And so those are some really great resources that really anyone can access at any time to support children. We also have some videos as well for preschool students. This was done in partnership with our early childhood regional training centers to assist with NTI. And some of these videos include helping families understand the importance of routines and social emotional development during NTI, helping families understand the importance of purposeful play during NTI, and tools to assist families in supporting positive social emotional development. And so these are just some really great resources that we've worked really hard and to work with our partners to ensure that we provide as many supports as possible during the pandemic. And one thing I also want to say too is that we are excited to collaborate with Kentucky SPIN as a parent training and information center, and you guys have a plethora of great resources out there as well. And so we really appreciate your all's support too.
Well, thank you so much. We certainly appreciate that. Is there anything that you want families that view this video today to know in terms of the message you want to convey to families?
Just really, if you have any questions or need any support, feel free to contact us. Feel free to access any of the resources that are available on the webpage. One way to access that information pretty quickly is on the Kentucky Department of Education webpage. You can simply just search parents and families, and I believe it comes up as one of the first links in the search bar. And so you should be able to have access to all those resources that I just described earlier.
Absolutely. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to contact us at Kentucky SPIN or the Department of Education, and we'll be glad to direct you on how to get to that toolbox or these great resources that we have discussed today. And Amanda, thank you so much for joining us and for sharing the plethora of information that you have to help all of our families and professionals that serve individuals with disabilities and our preschool children.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for featuring the Kentucky Department of Education in your spotlight.
Oh, definitely our pleasure. Thank you so much. You have a good day.
Thanks. You too.